Many people do not experience favor because they don't know the difference, watch this, between a great man and a small man. Everybody is the same to them. All men are equal to them. But that is not true when it comes to influence. All men are equal in the sight of God because we are all human beings and because Jesus died for us. But all men are not equal when it comes to influence. And because you don't recognize the difference between a great man and a small man, favor gets trapped over you but never released unto you. So, because you have great men and small men, that's the difference between Jesus and Paul. You can't compare Jesus and Paul. Okay? It isn't that Paul is bad, it isn't that Paul is weak, but the level of influence between Jesus and Paul is different. You cannot go out and cast out a demon in the name of Paul. That demon will bless Jesus, Savior divine. There's a difference, and you must understand this. Okay? Now, while all men, don't get me wrong, stay with me, all men deserve some level of honor. You do not honor the prime minister the same way you honor the school security guard. I'm going to teach you the law of gatekeepers. While they are men of equal value in terms of humanity, they are not of equal influence. And you've got to understand that, because if you misunderstand this, you're going to struggle in your life. And the reason is you have not yet learned to discern gatekeepers and their influence. So let me teach you. In the earth realm, Deacon Jones, men are gatekeepers. And I'm going to prove it to you. In this earth realm, men are gatekeepers. Because why? Because when you read your Bible, you realize God gave man dominion within the earth realm. Go to Matthew chapter 16. Matthew chapter 16, I think down to verse number 19 or so. Okay? Jesus told Peter this, and he was teaching them a principle. The Bible is filled with principles that because we don't pay attention to, it causes us to be in places we don't need to. Jesus told him this. He says, and I will give you, read it with me, 1, 2, 3, go. And I will give unto thee the keys of the kingdom of heaven. Of heaven now, watch this. And whatever thou shalt bind, where is it bound first? So it's bound on earth, and then what happens? It is bound in heaven. So in the earth realm, man does something, and heaven then responds to what man did. And then he says, and if you shall loose on earth, it shall be loosed in heaven. The principle is men are gatekeepers. If your family is in a struggle and a challenge, then we need to look at the gatekeepers of that family, because there's something that needs to happen with the gatekeeper to cause the back end or the level of influence in the family to change. So the kingdom, watch what he said, the keys to the kingdom. The kingdom keys. Now, so when you understand this principle that men are gatekeepers in the earth because God gave man dominion,